Jeremiah 22. The Lord sent Jeremiah on a bold mission, not to the marketplace, not to the streets, but straight to the palace of the king. The great doors of the royal court opened before the prophet, as he carried a message sharper than any weapon the guards held. Jeremiah stood in the halls of cedar and gold and proclaimed, "O King of Judah, you who sit on David's throne, listen, act with justice, rescue the oppressed, protect the stranger, the orphan, and the widow, stop the violence, stop the innocent bloodshed." If the king obeyed, the palace would stay bright with the footsteps of David's descendants. But if he refused, these halls, once filled with power, would become silent, desolate ruins, like a palace abandoned in the wilderness. Then Jeremiah's message shifted like a storm cloud moving across the sky. He spoke of the kings who had already failed. Shallum, Jehoahaz, the young king, taken away into exile, Jeremiah declared that he would never see his homeland again. The land he loved would remain a memory until the day he died. Jehoiakim, the proud builder of grand houses, followed. He loved luxury, towering walls, and polished cedar beams, but he had built them on the backs of the poor. He did not defend justice, as his father Josiah had done, and for that, the Lord announced a bitter ending. Jehoiakim would die without honor, without mourning, without the dignity of a proper burial. His death would be forgotten like a discarded piece of pottery. Then came the message for Jehoiachin, Coniah. He was like a precious ring once worn proudly on God's hand, but now God said, even if he were that ring, I would pull him off. He and his mother would be cast into exile in Babylon. He would long for home, but he would never return. His line would not reign again in Judah. The royal promise through David would not pass through him. And so the chapter closes with the sorrow of a nation whose leaders had failed in justice and compassion. The throne of David remained, but its glory dimmed, and the shadow of exile drew near.